this is probably going to be an edited mess because I got to make sure that the things I say do not divulge too much information. So we're just going to go with it here. So a couple of weeks ago, Pedretti Pinball announced that they will in fact be doing Bally Williams remakes. And a lot of speculations began, and people started wondering, how is this going to affect Chicago Gaming's remakes? What games are they going to be doing? I mean, the questions go on, and I wanted to clarify a couple of things and also just give you a bit of information about what is coming into the future and how I'm going to be a part of it. So, let me just get it out right now at the very beginning. I am now under NDA with Pedretti Pinball. It's official. We've been talking back and forth for a good while. Communication ceased because things weren't officially available to be released to the public and everything when it comes to the relationship between Pedretti and Planetary. So now that it's official, everything's good, then we were able to commence and go forward. So with that being said, I will be doing content in the future, I guess assisting also wherever and however I can with Pedretti. I really do not know what all work I'm going to be doing because it's still in the very early stages of what is going on here. So there's still a lot of information that I myself am not privy to. Now, do I know what games are coming? That is something I do know. The information as of right now that I can think of that I'm able to just give to you is that, one, all the parts that are going to be in these games are built and made in the USA. They are official Bally Williams parts, okay? So that is all that they are going to be able to put into these games, these remakes. That is, I mean, Rick over there is basically like, you can build these, but you're only going to be using these parts. So that should put a bit of a, I guess, ease on some of you out there, is that all the parts that are going to be put into this are going to be original. And that also should excite you, knowing that the parts that they're going to be building are going to be backwards compatible with the original titles that a lot of you out there own. So ramps, stuff like that, art packages, maybe even decals or translites, whatever, stuff like that should be available in the future. There's a great deal of information that is still going to be announced by Pedretti and all of them and stuff like that within the next month. And even more information will follow that into the month after that. But we will be seeing definitely the first remake at Texas Pinball Festival. They've told me, and it shouldn't be any kind of like, oh, you shouldn't say that, but we will be able to play this at Texas Pinball Festival. So there is that for you right there. And pricing-wise, I'm not going to give exact figures. I haven't been okayed on that, but I will say when it comes to pricing on the games, as of right now, they are in what you would expect. That means that they're not like, oh my goodness, the price is so low that they're going to blow them out of the water, and they're also not priced so high that no one's going to be able to afford them. I will also say that when it comes to what games will Pedretti be remaking, everyone's got speculations from like, System 11s or even sooner, or will it be like WPC 95, stuff like that. I will tell you this. When I got the list of games, I was very excited for what games they will be remaking. It's one of those where I've gone through Pinside, I've gone through Facebook and everything, seen the posts by certain individuals, and all I can tell you is, right now, people have already stated what games. like the games that more I've said. I'll tell you this. I guarantee you that if you were to list your top 5 games on what you wish would be remade. I'm willing to bet at least 1 or 2 of those are going to be remade through Pedretti. And like, it's funny as I see certain things that people say, like, oh, it wouldn't make sense if they did this game. And it's one of those things where it's like, you know what? Chances are you're right. If it doesn't make sense that they're going to remake a certain title, then chances are you're right. Because something that I've also noticed so far is that Pedretti listens to public feedback. And that was one of the big things when it came to me even getting involved in this and signing an NDA and stuff like that, is that I made it very clear that by cooperating with them to do content is that I don't want them to feel like they're buying me or anything, or silencing me from being able to state how I feel about what they're going to be putting out. I mean, supposedly, I will have early access to these games. And my objective, as of right now, is to let you guys know what I think about it when it comes to the quality of the everything. I would state everything out into little portions, but no, I want to let all of you know when it comes to quality how I feel about it. And if it's worth your money to purchase these games. Because we all know that Chicago Gaming Company makes a superior product. Everything is rock solid. The downside is that you don't know when you're going to get that product. So, to also ease people, Chicago Gaming Company's relationship and everything with Remakes is still intact. That's not being adjusted or anything like that. They are still going to be making their current remakes as well as what they have going on in the future. That relationship is still there. Pedretti is merely going to be making other games in the library of pinball and remaking them to modern day standards. So that's where we're at on that. So they're not cutting off any relationships with Haggis or CGC. They're merely adding another manufacturer to build games. So that should be a good thing for a lot of you. Although there's a lot of you out there that own some of these titles that want to prize them the way you have been are probably going to be a little upset. But I don't want to put the cart before the horse. I'm anticipating what these games are going to be like as much as you are. So I'm excited to see more pinball, especially these particular titles, being remade. There's nothing but good coming from this, guys. You're getting parts that are probably not available now for games that people have. And you're getting the ability to purchase said games that are difficult to find these days, especially at a reasonable price. And it's just more pinball. I mean, like, it's just adding. You're not getting any negatives at this point in time. I'm curious of how the fast system is going to be working with these games. I've merely read some of the dialogue and stuff like that on Pinside, but to see everything in person, I want to give everybody a complete walkthrough on the inside of these cabinets and all that stuff and junk. So by all means, stay tuned for any other details I can give you, but I just wanted to say up front and tell all of you out there that yes, I am in a NDA with Pedretti Pinball, and a relationship is still in its infancy, but content is supposedly coming here pretty soon. I just don't really know yet. Everything is still kind of in the air. The dust is still settling, literally, from the major announcement of it. But I also just wanted to let you guys know that this NDA is not going to hinder me from being able to tell you how I feel and all that stuff and junk. You're still going to get the honest feedback from me. That was one thing that Pedretti was telling me. That's why he spoke to me and wanted to pursue this relationship because how I do talk to and about pinball. He wants that honest feedback, and so that's what I'm going to be giving. I really don't know what else to add at this time because I also don't really know what else I can say. All I can tell you in a nutshell is be excited for what is coming to pinball. And if you're curious about what games are coming, like I said, chances are your top 5 games, 1 or 2 of those is probably on the list. And hopefully that they are able to put out the games with the same quality as CGC. And it should be easy money for them. Like, if they can build the games faster, but with the same quality as CGC, it's easy money. That's all there is to that. So hopefully that's all good. But the way it seems is that all the parts for the machines are going to be shipped over to Pedretti. They're going to assemble and build the games, and then they're going to ship them out to the rest of the world. I don't know. We'll play the waiting game, guys. But going forward, any information that I'm able to divulge, my Patreon members will get that info first, and then eventually I will put it out in a video. So, I think that's it. Guys, stay tuned for more content coming out this week, as we do have announcements coming out from manufacturer Jaws. So, until next time, guys, peace out.